Hello, this is Carl Kapcha. Carl is responsible for the clinical development program of medical devices at a medtech company called InnerJoint. InnerJoint develops highly innovative joints typically for elderly patients. Carl and his team run very long studies in 50 to 100 patients to show long-term performance and safety of their products after implantation. The long-term duration of the clinical trials makes the clinical development process quite expensive. Even though him and his team are not permanently busy with their studies, since even the small number of patients participating are just followed up once or twice per year, they still need to pay for the availability of the eCRF database thousands of dollars every quarter. Feels like paying for a hotel room in a 5-star hotel 365 days per year, but within the year he gets to sleep in the hotel bed only twice. As him and his company like to work very cost-effectively, he's frustrated from the fact that 50% of the study costs are paid to the eCRF providers. Thus, he tried to change back to paper CRF, but that made the young generation of investigators very unhappy, and the patient recruitment also slowed down. Besides, all processes such as double data entry, database cleaning, and locking the database wasted a lot of resources and money. At the end, he ended up paying even more because of huge study delays. He also tried the larger EDC systems, which should supposedly make the CRF entries easier for investigators, and his team should in parallel profit from much better study overviews. Well, that's at least what was promised by the larger EDC provider. However, these tools just doubled up his costs for the entire study, as everything was extremely overloaded with features and programs he did not need for his studies. Keeping an oversight in studies of 50 to 100 patients with around 5 study sites should be no rocket science. He felt like this was a huge waste of money. After spending some time evaluating multiple EDC service providers, he found out that there are in fact several extremely nice tools on the market that are much better fit to his needs. He found a consultancy company who discussed with him and his team the pros and cons of several EDC systems. He felt that this service was able to provide a neutral choice for the right EDC systems with the right objective. The comparison system of EDC systems was similar to that with car brands. For the selection of cars, people tend to spend more time than for their EDC systems. However, for EDC systems, the cost can explode easily if not chosen wisely. For example, even though a Bentley is a nice car, it's neither the best suitable car for everyone nor for every situation. If one likes to drive off-road, then they will recognize a mistake after buying a Bentley. For several projects, an EDC system which represents a Golf Volkswagen would be a much better fit than the very expensive brands. Especially for medical device studies, it's not usually the cleverest idea to search for Bentleys or Rolls-Royce. It's also important to keep in mind that sponsors do not want to buy the car, but they just want to use it for the duration of the journey, as in the project. Carl would also just want to use the EDC system for his projects and to keep the running costs low. Carl is happy that he finally found the perfect solution for an EDC service provider who's able to offer options for EDC systems without any bias. He learned so much important information about the different systems, the advantages and disadvantages. The new partner supports them with finding the best solution for every project, but not with just the most expensive fancy EDC system independent of the study design, study duration and study size. Thanks to this, now Carl and his team are happy about the newly reached effectivity. They can now use the saved money wisely to develop better products for their patients. When will you select the best EDC system for your studies?